Hey y'all, happy Monday. I hope that you are having a great start to April. For us East Coast peeps, the snow was not a great start. However, I do believe that we will make some progress and we'll get better because, I don't know, that's how the world works, I guess. So I wanted to do a quick video today about a question students typically ask me, and it's surrounding what do I do with my life? How do I figure out what I want to do with my life? It is a very valid question because students are young and they're trying to figure out what to do over the course of the next 30, 40, 50 years. So I do get it's a little intimidating. So the first thing I always tell students is you have to go out and try things. It seems so easy, but students seem to not do that, mainly because of these little phones that they have, right? But you want to make sure that you're out and you're trying things, you're doing things, not only to figure out what you like, but also what you don't like. I thought I wanted to become a radiologist, and then I sat and I shadowed radiologists for a little bit, and it was the most boring thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I'll never do that again. So you have to go out and try things. Even if something intrigues you just a little bit, explore it. Recently, students have been telling me that they actually ended up picking their major because they chose a class their freshman year just to add it into their schedule, and they actually liked it just because it sounded interesting. And now they are picking their major and they're about to ready to graduate based on just choosing a class that just intrigued them a little bit. So first thing is you have to just try new things, try things you typically wouldn't do because you have no idea what might surprise you. Another thing I want to point out is that you shouldn't be doing things to chase the money. A lot of times we're told you need to become a doctor, become a lawyer, go into business to make money. And I think the big determinant is whether or not how bad you want it will be determining how much money you can make, right? And my favorite example that I like using with students is Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has an intro that everybody knows. Everybody knows Game of Thrones intro, right? Dun, 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 dun. That had to be someone who majored in music and someone who went into the music field. Or people typically say you're not going to make money doing music, right? That person's probably making a lot of bank. And while we're on Game of Thrones, same thing with the people who create Game of Thrones, right? The artistic design and the media graphics and things like that is very intense, right? But they're probably doing really well in an area that people probably said doesn't make money. So I want to also include that you shouldn't be doing things just to chase the money. Parents shouldn't be telling kids to pick things because it makes money. Whether or not you succeed financially will typically come down to whether or not you're working as hard as you really can. Here in my apartment, I have a chalkboard quote wall that I like to update frequently. And right now it says two things. It says, "You are your only limit." And then it has my favorite quote from Eric Thomas that says, "When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful," right? So it's all about how bad do you want it? And ask yourself, am I really working as hard as I can, doing as much as I can to really be successful? So to circle back, the point is you're trying to figure out what your major is, what your path you're trying to choose. Just first start getting experience in something, talking to people that are in it. Don't rely on Google. It's a good place to start, but don't rely only on Google. Don't rely on salary.com to tell you the salary that's going to be in a major or to be in a career choice. Don't let social media, family, society, the haters distract you from what you really want to do. Be realistic. I don't think you can be 4'11" in the NBA, but the point is that typically what you want to achieve in your life will come down to how hard you want to work for it. Yes, there are other barriers. Yes, I'm aware of other barriers that may exist for certain populations, but at the end of the day, if you can control your mindset and really be determined to overcome what is presented in front of you, that does create that barrier, and that may include seeking out resources and getting help and realizing where you can build on your weaknesses. That will help propel you for success. And at the end of the day, nothing's set in stone. If you want to change, it's Gucci. You'll be all right. So let me know. Drop some comments about what you're considering, what major you're in, what are some of your thoughts. I'd be very intrigued to hear. Hopefully, fingers crossed, as weather gets a little better for us East Coast fams. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye.